Ripa opens the door to her New York City luxury spread. The elevator exhales softly as it opens, and suddenly New York feels miles away. Beyond the threshold is not the clamor of the city, but a calm, luminous hush, the kind of quiet that only exists high above Manhattan, where the skyline becomes Daker and the Hudson is a ribbon of moving silver. Ripa opens the door herself, barefoot, smiling, the city's most recognizable morning companion, now your gracious host. "Come in," she says, waving you past an entryway that feels less like a hallway and more like a gentle pause. Light pours in from every direction, refracted by pale walls and polished surfaces that glow rather than shout. This is not a museum of luxury. It's a lived-in, laughing, well-loved home that just happens to float above one of the busiest cities on Earth. Ripa's New York City spread is an elegant contradiction, grand without being grandiose, stylish without being stiff. It's the kind of place where couture-level design exists comfortably alongside family photos, dog toys, and the evidence of busy lives unfolding. "I never wanted anything precious," she says, gesturing toward a plush sofa that practically invites a nap. "I wanted everything to be beautiful, but also forgiving." The living room is anchored by oversized windows that frame the city like a moving mural. By day, sunlight washes the space in soft gold. By night, the buildings sparkle like a constellation that decided to settle downtown. Neutral tones dominate, creamy whites, warm taupes, gentle grays, but the palette is punctuated with personality. A sculptural chair in a confident curve, a throw pillow in a bold print, a coffee table stacked with art books and well-worn scripts. "I love contrast," Ripa explains. "Clean lines, but then something unexpected. That's New York to me, polished on the outside, totally unpredictable underneath." There's a sense of motion throughout the home, not in chaos, but in flow. Each room seems to lead naturally into the next, connected by light and an easy rhythm. The dining area, for instance, feels less formal than intentional, a long table designed for conversation, not ceremony. Above it hangs a statement light fixture that feels more like modern art than illumination, casting soft shadows that dance across the walls during dinner parties. "We're big on gatherings," she says. "Even on nights when it's just family, it feels like an event. We sit, we talk, we laugh, and nobody's in a rush." In a city notorious for speed, her home resists the urge to hurry. The kitchen is where that resistance becomes most charming. Sleek and modern, yes, but also undeniably active. Marble counters are pristine but not intimidating. Open shelves display everyday dishes alongside a few playful surprises. "I like to see what I use," Ripa admits. "If it's hidden away, I forget about it." There's a warmth here that defies the stereotype of celebrity kitchens. This is a space designed for coffee rituals, late-night snacks, and impromptu conversations that start with "Are you hungry?" and end an hour later with laughter and crumbs on the counter. Down the hall, the home becomes more intimate. The primary bedroom is a sanctuary in the truest sense, soft textures, layered linens, and a color palette that whispers instead of announces. The bed sits low and inviting, flanked by understated night tables and reading lamps that suggest evenings spent with books rather than phones. "This is where I decompress," Ripa says quietly. "The city is always on, so this room has to be off." The en-suite bathroom continues that philosophy, blending spa-like serenity with everyday practicality. Stone surfaces, warm lighting, and a deep soaking tub create a space that feels restorative rather than indulgent. It's luxury with a purpose: to restore, to reset, to breathe. What's striking throughout the apartment is how personal it feels. Family photographs are woven seamlessly into the design, not clustered as an afterthought, but integrated like punctuation marks in a story. Artwork reflects a range of tastes, some contemporary, some sentimental, each piece clearly chosen because it sparked joy rather than because it matched a trend. "I don't believe in decorating for other people," Ripa says. "I decorate for how I want to feel when I wake up and when I come home." That philosophy extends to the smaller details, the moments you almost miss. A favorite chair positioned perfectly for morning light. A shelf of mementos collected over decades of travel and milestones. A hallway mirror that catches the city skyline just so, turning a quick glance into a moment of awe. Even the closets, yes, the closets tell a story. Organized but not obsessive, they reflect a life lived on camera but grounded in reality. I love clothes, she laughs, but at the end of the day, they're just clothes. Comfort wins. As the tour winds down, you return to the living room, where the city hums beyond the glass. The space feels different now, less like a showcase and more like a conversation you're reluctant to end. This is the magic of Ripa's home. It disarms you. It reminds you that luxury isn't about scale or price tags, but about intention. I think a home should support your life, she says, settling into the sofa with ease. Not the other way around. In a city that demands so much time, energy, attention, Kelly Ripa's New York City spread gives something back. It offers calm without isolation, beauty without pretension, and a sense of belonging high above the streets. It's a door opened not just to a stunning apartment, but to a way of living that values warmth as much as style.